find dI by dt at 0 plus. Okay, circuit 20 ohm, 20 ohm, 1 millihenry, 20 ohm, 1 microfarad, 100 volt. Okay, switch is here. But t is equal to 0, this switch is closed. Okay, now we have to find out what is dI by dt here. They mentioned here, we have to find out what is the change in the current through inductor with respect to time. Either it will increase or it will decrease. Okay, so again, from our understanding, we can say that finally what will happen, either this term will be positive or negative. Anybody? What will be the dI by dt value? Is it positive or negative? Anybody? Okay, so to identify that either it is positive or negative, then we should know what is the initial current. We should know what is the final current. Okay, if the final current is greater than the initial current, then this will be positive. If the final current is less than the initial current, then this will be negative. Okay, that's the idea. What will happen finally? Again, you know, again, just before closing the switch at t is equal to 0 minus, again, the circuit will be in steady state. Okay, again, the current through inductor will remain same. Okay, because I0 minus is equal to I0 plus. And again, we'll calculate the current through inductor at steady state at infinite. But at the time, again, the switch will be in different position. Okay, now, what is the initial current? What is the final current? Which one is greater? Which one is lesser? What will happen to final quantity? Either it is positive or negative. Anybody? Just கொஞ்சம் எப்படி யோசிச்சு சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம். It's very simple. Before closing the switch, you apply the steady state. After closing the switch, you apply the steady state. Then
current decrease.
Current decrease. Yes, sir.
இதுல இருக்கும்போது ஓபன் இருக்கும்போது கரண்ட் கம்மியா இருக்கும் சார்.
எஸ் எஸ் ஓகே எஸ் கரெக்ட் சார். ஓப்பனில் இருக்கும்பொழுது இப்போ அதாவது பிஃபோர் க்ளோசிங் த ஸ்விட்ச் ஸ்டார்டிங்கில் வந்து கம்மியாக இருக்கும். ஆஃப்டர் க்ளோசிங் த ஸ்விட்ச் வந்து கரண்ட் வந்து அதிகமாக இருக்கும். ஏன்னா இந்த ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸை வந்து ரிமூவ் பண்ணுறீங்க, பைபாஸ் பண்ணுறீங்க. ஸோ அதனால ஃபைனலாக வந்து டிஐ பை டிடி வில் பி பாசிட்டிவ். ஃபைனலி டிஐ பை டிடி வில் பி பாசிட்டிவ் ஒன்லி. ஓகே, ஸோ in the beginning, before closing the switch, okay, we will include this resistance. But after closing the switch, we will not include this resistance because short circuit path is there. That's why again, once if you are not including this resistance, the overall resistance of the circuit will reduce. Okay, so that the current will increase. So dI by dt will be positive only. Okay, now what is the state of the circuit at t is equal to 0 minus? Okay, at t is equal to 0 minus, the circuit will be in steady state. Okay, the circuit will be steady state, and that too once if you see steady state in the sense the inductor will be short circuited, again the capacitor will be open circuited. Okay, so the circuit will be like this. It's simply 120 ohm, and this is 20 ohm, and this is short circuit. Inductor is short circuited. Again, we should find out what is the current through inductor just before closing the switch. Okay, again, just before closing the switch, the capacitor will be open circuited. And also we can calculate what is the voltage across the capacitor before switching. That we'll call it as VC. Okay, so this is 100 volt. Okay, this is the state of the circuit before applying the switch. Okay, before applying the switch, definitely the circuit will be in steady state. Okay, inductor is short, capacitor is open. Okay, then what is this current value IL? Okay, if you see this resistance network 20 ohm and 20 ohm, again this is open. Okay, this side, this 20 ohm, again open circuit. So here how much current will flow? 0 ampere current will flow. Okay, then that means what is the voltage drop here? Because of 0 ampere, the voltage drop here is 0 volt. But again, we have to find out what is the voltage here. The voltage here depends on really what is the voltage here, what is the voltage here, because once if you apply the KVL, the voltage across the capacitor decided by the voltage across this 20 ohm and voltage across this 20 ohm. Okay, because you can apply the KVL. But as it is 0 now, again the voltage across the capacitor is simply equal to what is the voltage across the resistance. Again, if you see this network, this is 0 ampere. Again, effectively the resistance is 20 ohm and plus 20 ohm. Okay, so what is the source current? Source current IS. The source current I is equal to 100 divided by 40. That means 2.5 ampere. Okay, 2.5 ampere is the source current. That means what, from the source 2.5 ampere is coming, but here 0 ampere is going, then that means again here also 2.5 ampere only, 2.5. Again, once if it is 2.5 ampere, then you can easily calculate what is the voltage here. That is the voltage across the capacitor is same as what is the voltage here, that is 50 volt. Okay, or otherwise simply you can apply the voltage division. Okay, if it is 100 volt, 50 volt will be here, remaining 50 volt will be here. Okay, so what is the current through inductor? IL 0 minus. Okay, IL 0 minus is same as IL 0 plus is same as IL 0. Okay, that current is 2.5 ampere. Okay, so just before closing the switch, the current through inductor is 2.5 ampere. Okay, then what is the voltage across the capacitor? VC0 minus is equal to VC0 plus, that is equal to VC0. The voltage across the capacitor is 50 volt. Okay, now we know what is the initial current, what is the initial voltage across the capacitor. Then just after the switching, okay, we'll modify the circuit accordingly. Okay, so just after switching at t is equal to 0 minus, sorry, at t is equal to 0 plus, just after the switching at t is equal to 0 plus. Okay, again the switch will be closed. Already one resistance is there. Even though the resistance is there, the switch is closed. Okay, so one short circuit path will be there, and again this is 100 volt source. Okay, then there was one resistance. Okay, that is 20 ohm, and again this inductor is having some initial current which is 2.5 ampere, but at the time of switching, inductor will act as a open circuit. So that I am putting the open circuit for inductor, because at the time of switching, inductor will act as a open circuit. But anyway, current across the inductor cannot change suddenly. That's why we are providing one bypass path for the current. The current value is 2.5 ampere. Okay, this is 2.5 ampere. Okay, then again, just because it is open, it will have some voltage. Okay, we do not know that voltage. That voltage will be decided by the rest of the circuit element. That voltage will call it as a VL, voltage drop across the inductor. Voltage drop across the inductor. Okay. Now there is the another branch that is 20 ohm, and again we have to replace this capacitor with this equivalent circuit. At the time of switching, capacitor will act as a short circuit, but again you have to mention the voltage across the capacitor. The voltage across the capacitor is 50 volt. Okay, so again now here to mention 50 volt, and again capacitor equivalent is simply short circuit. Okay, now the circuit is complete. Again this 20 ohm is here. Again along with this 20 ohm, on short circuit path is there. This comes from the switching, because you are closing that switch. Okay, that's why short circuit path is provided. Okay, so again better once if you have a resistance in parallel with the short circuit path, okay, you can effectively remove that resistance, because 0 in parallel with anything is 0 only. Okay, so again the circuit is something like this only. Okay, so again you can simply take the short circuit path. Now what we have to calculate, what is the change in current in this path, okay, through the inductor. That means once if you calculate what is VL, then you can easily calculate what is the change here, because VL is equal to L DIL divided by dt. Okay, then once if you calculate VL, then we know L, then we can easily calculate what is di by dt, that too at the time of t is equal to 0 plus. Okay, so because we need this quantity at t is equal to 0 plus only. Okay, so that's why we have represented the circuit nature at t is equal to 0 plus. Okay, now how to find out this voltage? Okay, again, if you see simply this current, okay, this current 2.5 ampere is coming this way. That means again here also it will be 2.5 ampere. Here also it will be 2.5 ampere only. Okay, because 2.5 ampere is coming here. This is open. That means this current will be flowing like this. Now, once if it is 2.5, then I can know what is the voltage here. The voltage 2.5 into 20 is 50 volt. Okay, 2.5 into 20 is 50 volt. Now, again, once if you apply the KVL here, I can calculate what is VL. Okay, you apply the KVL in this loop, that is minus 100 plus 50 plus VL is equal to 0. That means VL is equal to 50 volt. So then what would be di by dt at t is equal to 0 plus is VL by L. VL is 50. Then what is the value of L? L is 1 millihenry. So that means what? 5 into 10 power 4 ampere per second is the answer. Again, finally the quantity is positive quantity. Okay. Next question. Find VA 0 minus, VA 0 plus, VB 0 minus, VB 0 plus. Okay, so VA, VB means it's like a nodal voltages. Already 10 ohm. Okay, this node is VA, this node is VB. Okay, so now we are closing the switch at t is equal to 0. Then the moment you close the switch, okay, before closing the switch, what is VA, VB? After closing the switch, what is VA and VB? Okay, that is the question, because VA 0 minus, VA 0 plus, VB 0 minus, VB. That means before switching, what is VA, VB? After switching, what is VA, VB? Okay, so again, before switching, the circuit will be in steady state, because we do not know at what point it is connected. We'll assume that long before it has been connected. So the circuit will be in steady state. Once the circuit is in steady state, then the capacitor nature is open. Okay, this is open, and again this switch is not closed. Okay, once this switch is not closed, again the 10 ohm also will not come into the picture. Okay, you can remove that. Then what is the state of the circuit at t is equal to 0 minus? Okay, so at t is equal to 0 minus, the circuit will be in steady state. Okay, the state of the circuit will be something like this. Okay, another resistance. Okay, all are 10 ohm, and again this is 10 volt. Okay, this is the state of the circuit at t is equal to 0 minus, because this is open. Okay, the switch is not closed. Okay, switch is closed at t is equal to 0. That before t is equal to 0, switch is not closed. That's why again we'll not have this branch. And also we know that at the steady state, the capacitor will act as a open circuit. Okay, so that's why this is the capacitor terminal, these two. Okay, that's why we are putting open terminal here. Now what is now this point is VB, this point is VA. So now our aim is we have to find out what is the voltage here, what is the voltage here. Okay, so you can go by any method. Okay, then finally you can find out what is the answer. Is anybody any idea what will be the answer? VA and VB. Okay, so you can go by either nodal method or branch current method. Okay, you can also apply the branch current method or nodal method. Okay, I will apply the branch current method. You try with the nodal. I will apply the nodal method. You can try with the branch current method later. Okay, so this is VA is like a nodal voltage with respect to some ground. This is VB is also a nodal voltage with respect to ground. Okay, so once this is open, what would be the current here? Okay, because this is open, the current flowing here is 0 ampere. Again, here also 0 ampere. Again, here also current flowing here is 0 ampere. But we do not know what is happening inside this. Okay, so but we know this thing because the current going here is 0 ampere. Okay. Now we'll apply the nodal equation at this point. Okay, at this point, what is the voltage VA? Here at this node, what is the voltage? That is 10 volt. Okay, at this node, the voltage is 10 volt. Then you apply the nodal. Okay, nodal means current leaving from this junction is 0. That means what is the current leaving? VA minus 10 divided by 10. What is the current leaving here? That is VA minus 10 divided by 10. That is equal to 0. So again, you can simplify this. Finally, this is 2VA. This is not 10. Okay, this is VA minus VB. Okay, this is VB. So 2VA minus VB is equal to 10. Okay, is equal to 10. This is one equation. Then you apply the nodal equation at this point. Okay, so what is the current leaving from this node? Current can leave like this and like this. Current leaving from this node is VB minus VA. VB minus VA divided by 10. And then what is the current leaving this way? This voltage minus what is this node voltage? That is VB minus 10 divided by 10 is equal to 0. Again, once if you modify this equation, okay, that will be minus VA plus 2VB equal to 10. Then once if you solve both the equation, then your VA will be 10 volt and VB will be 10 volt. But we have calculated this before closing the switch. That means VA 0 minus is 10 volt. VB 0 minus is 10 volt. Okay, so then what is the state of the circuit after switching? Okay, the moment you close the switch, okay, this branch will be included, and also the capacitor has to be replaced with this equivalent circuit, because at the time of switching, capacitor will act as a short circuit. And also we have to provide what is the voltage here. So for that we have to find out what is the voltage across the capacitor. The voltage across the capacitor is same as, what is the voltage across the capacitor? VC 0 minus, that is same as what is the this node voltage. Okay, the voltage across the capacitor is same as VB 0 minus, that is same as 10 volt. Okay, so now this is the voltage across the capacitor. Now we have to replace this capacitor with the short circuit and also with the voltage. Okay, so once if you replace, then the circuit will be like this. This is 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm. Okay, so we have to replace the capacitor with its equivalent. It is having some initial voltage, that is 10 volt, and also capacitor equivalent is short circuit. Okay, short circuit. Again, this branch will be included because there only we are having the switch. Okay, this branch will be included. Again, you write the rest of the network. This is 10 volt. Now this is the state of the circuit at t is equal to t is equal to 0 plus. Okay, the moment you apply the switch operation, then this will be the state of the circuit. Now what you have to find out, we have to find out what is VA, what is VB. Okay, so again it is very simple. Again, this is like a nodal only you have to apply. Okay, so nodal equation. But please remember one thing, this VB is same as 10 volt, because see, once if you observe here, the VB here is same as 10 volt. So you should know this. Okay, so VB is equal to 10 volt. VB is equal to, that means what? VB 0 plus, VB 0 plus also 10 volt, because you are observing the state of the circuit just after the switching. VB 0 plus is 10 volt. Then you apply the nodal here. Once if you apply the nodal here at this point, then that is VA minus 10, this side VA minus 10 divided by 10. Again, this side also VA minus 10, VA minus VB, but VB in this case is plus 10. That means VA minus 10 divided by 10. And then what is the current going here? That is VA divided by 10. Okay, so that is equal to 0. So from this you can easily calculate what is VA. Okay, so what we are doing here, the current leaving from the node VA is 0. Some of the current leaving from the node is 0. That only we are representing here. Then finally VA value will be 20 by 3 volt. But we are finding out at exactly 0 plus. That means VA 0 plus is 20 by 3 volt. Already VB 0 plus we have calculated. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay, so okay, so next let's see the another question. Find I1 0 plus, I2 0 plus, I3 0 plus. Okay, just after the switching we have to calculate what is the current given. Okay, so this is like a bridge circuit model. Two ohm, 1 millihenry, 1 microfarad, 2 microfarad. At the time of t is equal to 0, the switch is closed. Before that it is open. 4 ohm source resistance, 90 voltage source. Again, what is I1? Okay, I1 is this current. I1. What is I2? I2 is this current. What is I3? I3 is this current. Okay, so you should know the difference between what is the branch current, what is the loop current. Okay, so here they have mentioned the loop current, but not the branch current. Okay, so in this loop they are mentioning some current. So I1 means this. Again, once if you observe this branch, in this branch you will get I1 only, because it is not affected by any other current. Okay, here you will get I1, I1, I1. But the moment you come here, the effective current will be the difference between these two, I1, because I1 is coming downwards here, I2 is going upwards. So again, across 2 ohm, your current will be the difference between I1 and I2. Okay, so once if you observe, if you want to current downwards, then that is I1 minus I2. If you want to current upward, that is I2 minus I1. So you should know the difference between the loop current and branch current. Both are not same. Okay, there is some little difference is there. Okay, whenever you observe the common branches, the current in the branch is the difference between the loop currents. Anyway, you know this from the mesh equations, where we'll generally used to put the loop currents. Okay. Okay. So now, what is the state of the circuit at t is equal to 0 minus? Okay, just before closing the switch. Okay, at t is equal to 0, we are closing the switch. Just before closing the switch, what is the state of the circuit? Okay, then because we need what is the current just after the switching, but we should know what is the state of the circuit before switching, because some parameter, because then only we can identify the initial values, initial condition values. For inductor, what is the initial current? For capacitor, what is the initial voltage? So the state of the circuit at t is equal to 0 minus is a steady state. At t is equal to 0 minus, the circuit will be in steady state. That means inductor is short, capacitor is open. So once if you replace this circuit, it will be like this. Inductor is short completely and capacitor is open. There are two capacitance. Okay, so two open and then remaining element. This is 90 volt. Okay, what is the element value? This is 4 ohm. This is 2 ohm. And this is the voltage across the capacitor 1. This is the voltage across the capacitor 2. Okay, anyway, the switch is not closed before t is equal to 0. The switch is open. Now, again, what is the current here? The current I is the current through inductor before applying the switch. Okay, what is the current here? Okay, because once if you see here, because this is open circuit, there only 0 ampere current can flow. Here also 0 ampere. That means what? Entire current is flowing through this 2 ohm only. So that means what is the total resistance? 4 plus 2, 6 ohm. 6 ohm is the total resistance. Then that means what will be the current? 90 divided by 6, so that is 15 ampere current will be flowing here. Okay, so again, if 15 ampere current is flowing here, then what will be the voltage drop here? 15 into 2, that is 30 volt. Okay, then okay, now we have calculated what is the voltage drop here, and also we know what is the current here. The current that is flowing in this branch is 15 ampere only. Okay, again the same current will come here. It will come here. Okay, 15 ampere, because 15 ampere is going this way, means 15 ampere has to enter this way. So now we know what is the current through inductor. Okay, before applying the switch, then also we should calculate what is the voltage across the capacitor. Now if you see the voltage here, there are two capacitor, two open circuit. Then I will apply plus here and minus here. Okay, plus here and minus here. Again, we do not know, just we are putting some signs, that's it. Okay, plus minus, it may be opposite also. Okay, so then once if it is like this, then you apply the KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law here. Okay, if you apply the KVL in this loop, then it is VC1 plus VC2 will be 30 volt. Okay, once if you apply the KVL here, okay, then if you apply the KVL, then VC1 plus VC2 will be 30 volt. Again, if you see simply, this 2 ohm is in parallel with this one. That means the addition of this voltage VC1, VC2 has to be exactly equal to the this voltage, that is 30 volt. But now we should know what is exactly VC1 and VC2. Okay, so again, if it is a resistor, we can easily tell if the resistance is more, you will get the more voltage, but it is a capacitance. Okay, then for a capacitance, see, once if you, for a resistance, the voltage is directly proportional to the resistance. Okay, so if the resistance is more, then voltage will be more. But for capacitor, what is the nature? Q is equal to CV, Q is equal to CV. And then again, voltage is equal to Q divided by C. That means what? The voltage across the capacitor is inversely proportional to C. Once if it is inversely proportional, how to find out VC1? VC1 means what is the total voltage? The total voltage here is 30 volt. Okay, then what is the opposite capacitance value? Okay, because it is behaving in the opposite manner. Okay, lesser the capacitance, more the voltage. Okay, then what is the opposite capacitance, that is C2? Then what is the total capacitance? Okay, then 30. What is C2 value? C2 value is 2 by 3. Okay, so this is 20 volt. Then what is VC2? VC2 is equal to source voltage, that is 30. Opposite capacitance is C1 divided by C1 plus C2. So 30. What is C1? C1 value is 1 by 3. So 10 volt. Now we have calculated what is the voltage across the capacitor. Again, this voltage we have calculated T is equal to 0 minus. Again, VC1 0 minus is same as VC0, VC1 0, that is same as VC1 0 plus. Okay, that is same as 20 volt. Similarly, VC2 0 minus is same as VC2 0 is same as VC2 0 plus, that is again 10 volt. Already we have calculated what is the inductor current. Inductor current IL 0 minus or IL 0 or IL 0 plus is same as 15 ampere. Okay, it is same as 15 ampere. Okay, now we know what is the initial current through inductor, what is the initial voltage across the capacitor. Then we can easily replace this with its corresponding equivalent circuit, and also the switch is closed. Okay, at t is equal to 0, we are closing the switch. Then what is the state of the circuit at t 0 plus? at T0 plus, the switch is closed. The moment you close the switch, inductor will act as a open circuit, capacitor will act as a short circuit, but the capacitor has to be replaced with its initial voltages. Okay, so the state of the circuit will be like this. This is 4 ohm and this 2 ohm. Now here there was a inductor. Okay, that inductor will act as a open circuit, but that current we have to provide here. Okay, the inductor is having the initial current that is 15 ampere. So inductor is open and also that initial current is 15 ampere. Now this is the equivalent circuit for inductor. And one again, if you see one more thing here, there will be a switch. Okay, the switch will be short circuited. Okay, it will make a connection between these two branches. Again, what is the capacitor nature here? Capacitor is having some initial voltage 20 volt, and also capacitor has to be short circuited. Okay, so we have provided the short circuit there. Similarly, again another capacitor, it will be having 10 volt. Again that capacitor has to be short circuited. Now this is the state of the circuit at t is equal to 0 plus 90 volt. So now we have to find out what is I1, what is I2, what is I3. Okay, now we have to find out this one. Okay, so very simply, if you see, the moment you come here, if you concentrate here, ultimately the current is flowing down. Okay, that means I1 is going down, but I3 is going up. Okay, because I3 is going this way, I3 is going up, I1 is coming down. The moment you observe this branch, then that means what? I1 minus I3 is equal to 15 ampere. Okay, the again the difference between I1 and I3 is 15 ampere. Now what is the difference between I1 and I2? So again, before that, if you see, the entire 20 voltage